Welcome back to the pod. Today we have two Fresno State women's golfers with us, Amelia Garibaldi and Katelyn Lehigh. Thank you for joining us. Let's start with how you guys started playing golf, when, and what are your earliest memories?
I started playing golf when I was like 3 or 4. I was like a baby. I grew up on a little golf course in Stockton, and my dad loved to golf, and I also had an older brother. So he taught him how to golf first, and they would always go golfing and then come home at dinner time. And eventually I started tagging along, and then I went golfing with my dad and my brother, and then my younger brother came along, and we all golfed every single day, and I just never stopped.
So it became like a family.
Yeah, it was like a family outing every day.
Aww.
Yeah, it's cute.
Kind of a similar story with me. My dad got my older sister into playing when she was pretty young, and then so she's 3 years older than me. I started when I was about 4, and then she got into an LPGA USGA girls golf program that was ages 7 to 17, and I was let in when I was 6 because I was always at the golf course because my mom was volunteering, and so I had to be there anyway. So I figured, why not play?
When did you guys decide, this is a sport I want to take to college and play longer?
I was probably 12, which is outrageously early to start thinking about college. But again, with Lauren being 3 years older than me, at that point she was 15, a freshman in high school, and started thinking about it, which then just trickled down to me starting thinking about it really early.
I don't really know when that really happened. My dad would always tell me, he's like, this is such a great opportunity. Women's golf, there's so many opportunities and scholarships that go unused every year. You should do that. We're doing it anyways. You might as well take it to the next level. And so that was always what I was thinking about, and so I did.
Now, growing up playing golf, were there any golfers or athletes that you guys looked up to?
I never really actually watched golf.
Really? Okay.
So, not even, in high school, really, I didn't even know much about, what professional golf was about. So I looked up to my dad, because when I was younger, I was like, wow, my dad's really good.
Yeah.
He's not actually that good. At the time, I was like, wow, he's really good. And my older brother, he was better than me. And so I was like, wow, I want to be like them. And then eventually I was like, well, I'm better now. I need to find a better role model.
I'm better than you now.
Yeah, I always looked up to my sister. Always wanted to be like her when I was little. Started playing golf because of her, and it just kind of went from there. And I still look up to her now. So.
And your sister also played golf in college.
She did. She played 5 years at University of New Mexico.
How was it having her growing up?
It was tough. I grew up in her shadow, so I have the classic little sibling syndrome of. Oh, I have to be better than her. But then we got 2 years of overlap in college due to COVID, those are some of the best memories. We actually got paired together in Hawaii at one point, and I was making jokes. I was like, what do you mean I had to go all the way to Hawaii just to see my own family? But that was the only time we ever got paired together in junior golf in college, because when we were juniors, they wouldn't pair siblings together. I don't know if they were worried we were going to cheat or what, but they would always separate siblings if they were supposed to be paired together. So that was the first time I actually got to play alongside of her. So.
Aww.
What are your favorite courses that you've played at, and least favorite courses? Difficult courses.
The most difficult course for me has always been Chambers Bay.
Really?
It's just such a tough walk. Since we play it twice, 36 holes in one day, it's a 16-mile walk, just up and down and up and down. And it's just really hard for me. It gets to me every year. Yeah. But what are some of our favorites?
Yeah, I would say my favorite course that I played in college was Hakawala. It's where I got to play with my sister, so special memories there, but just absolutely gorgeous. The 14th hole is just out on the coast, and it's this par 3, and our men's team played it about a month before we did, and we come back and we're like, what's your advice? How do we play this course? And one of the guys told me, don't chunk hook your 4-iron on 14, and we get out there, and it's a pitching wedge for us. Yeah. So it wasn't even playing the same as it was for them.
They moved the pins.
We play different tee boxes. So, but just absolutely gorgeous, unreal out on the coast. And you have planes landing, sits right by the airport, and a super cool place.
What in the spring? What are some courses that you're looking forward to?
I'm super excited to play Harding Park. I love the like San Francisco style golf courses, like Olympic Club and Lake Merced. Like I love those golf courses so much, and I've never played Harding Park, so I'm super excited. And it's not that far from my home, so my family will be able to come.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
I'm actually really excited for our home event this year. It's at Fort Washington. It's the first year we've played it in my four years here of hosting a home tournament. And it's also my favorite golf course in Fresno, so I'm excited to close it out at home.
That's sweet.
Nutrition is something that's also very important. What are some things that you girls do to keep your nutrition like top of the game?
So Coach Richie has started buying us like chocolate protein shakes that are really just like chocolate milk on the golf course. They're really kind of fun. They're a nice little. I have a massive sweet tooth, so they're really good for like stomping that on the golf course, and it's a little something fun that's not just a boring protein bar that you feel like you're chewing for all of eternity.
Right. We love Z bars, like the kid Cliff bars.
Oh, those are the best.
Those are so good.
The oatmeal cookie.
Yes.
That's the best one.
Good. They're so good. They're like literally a cookie.
Yes.
So we eat a lot of those, and we love like fruit. If we can, we ask for like fresh fruit. We love like those little oranges.
Coach peels them for us, and
really?
I feel like she's my mom.
It's so sweet when she peels her oranges. It's like the best.
So you have no breaks when you go play your 36 holes. You go back and play the next day. How do you guys stay mentally engaged, or what are some routines that you use?
Well, so you don't stay mentally engaged for 10 hours of a 36-hole day. It truly is a conscious effort to like not just get tired and kind of give up on it, to try to stay locked in. And I feel like you just kind of get used to it. I don't know.
For me, I think most people are like this, but you lock into your golf shot, and then as soon as you hit your golf shot, you're like, da-da-da-da-da, and you're talking to people, you're talking to your coach, you're talking to whoever you're playing with, you're thinking about the bird in the sky, whatever. Dinner, like what you're going to eat next. Yeah. So.
And you guys only have 2 coaches, right? So, and they can only be with one person at a time. So how does that affect you if you hit a bad shot or you're trying to strategize and you don't have a coach with you at that time?
At this point, we've played golf for so long that you're kind of used to not having a coach. It's also a little bit different. Coach Gary typically walks with one person, so he'll stay with somebody for 5, 6, 18 holes sometimes. I've had him for an entire round before. And so, again, it's that thing where you hit a shot and then all of a sudden you're talking about something else in between. But then the other kind of strategy is to have a coach stand on, like, the tee shot of a par 3 or, like, a difficult layup or a difficult tee shot or something like that. So you kind of know when you're going to see a coach, which kind of helps you be able to manage your own thoughts and emotions about your round. But you for the most part, you know when to expect the coaches.
Yes, especially this year, Coach Mary and Gary have done really well at being exactly where they said that they were going to be. So it's great because you're like, okay, well, that was kind of bad, but I know I'm going to see a coach right here, so it kind of calms you.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now, while on the course, do you have any superstitions?
I have to use the same ball marker for the whole tournament. The last tournament, I literally lost my ball marker on one of the holes, and I, like, almost lost my mind. But then I, like, played well anyway, so maybe that's not a superstition anymore.
Yeah.
But I like to keep the same one, so I'm looking at, like, the same thing when I put it behind my ball.
I'm sort of similar, but with my hair. So, like, if my hair's in a braid one day and I play bad, it's not getting braided again.
Never braided again.
It'll be something else the next day. But then if I play good, it's in a braid again the next day or in a bun or whatever. So
you 2 have a new head coach, Mary Ritchie. How has the transition been, and how has she maybe changed the culture?
I think what I have loved the most is she's just, like, a very positive and confidence-promoting presence on the golf course, which I never had really experienced that before. But I feel like when she comes around, I have, like, an extra sense of confidence and, like, oh, I got this. We agreed on the same club number. Like, this is fine. Or, like, if something goes wrong, like, she's here to help and whatever. So she has, like, really boosted my attitude on the golf course. I just feel like I'm having such a better time, and I'm way more confident in what I'm doing because I know, like, someone's got my back.
Mary has been absolutely amazing. She's such a consistent presence. She comes in, hey, honey, how you doing? And, you know, it always brings a smile to your face. And you could be on a hot streak shooting 29, or you just took a triple, and she's going to treat you the same way either way, which I really appreciate. And I think that the team culture has been a bit of a work in progress. We have 3 freshmen who are all international, so it's this big melting pot of people from different places in the world. And you know, they're very young, and this is the first year that I've actually felt older than our freshmen. So kind of remembering what it was like for me to be a freshman and be on my own for that first time. It's just kind of giving the grace of, okay, it's a transition period for everybody. So figuring out how to come together and knowing that everybody's doing the best they can, and that's kind of what we have to work with. So.
Why did you want to stay at Fresno State through all the coaching changes?
Personally, mine was very academically motivated. I actually finished up my undergrad last year, so I graduated in 3 years, and then applied to grad school, and I'm in a sports administration grad program now, which is something that I'm super excited about. I am not looking to go pro at all, so that's kind of what I want to do with my life, is work into the sports management field and, you know, use my experiences as an athlete to help other athletes moving forward. And so to have people like Wade Gilbert, who's my advisor, who was our sports psychologist my sophomore year, there's just such a great community in Fresno State that I didn't want to leave that.
Mm-hmm. I was really happy and content with the people that I had around me, my friends and my teammates, and just everybody at Fresno State had made me, like, I feel like this is, like, my home, and this is my college, and this is where I want to graduate, and this is, I want to be a Bulldog when I graduate. So, yeah.
How has playing golf influenced the course that you want to take career-wise?
Interesting.
I don't think mine has.
Mine absolutely has. So, my sister turned pro 2 years ago, and right out of college, she turned pro, and that has always been her dream. I have always been a little bit more on the fence about it, you know, always leaning to no, but always kind of peeking over the fence of, okay, well, what if, you know, I play good, and then I'm like, maybe I could do this. And watching her go through the first couple years of playing on the mini tours and the amount of money that she spends and the travel and just the stress on it, it's just not for me. So getting to kind of gather all the experience I can while I'm still playing, and then turning into, I still love sports. I have always, you know, grown up around sports. I played basketball for 10 years, so just they've always been part of my life, and I couldn't imagine it otherwise, even if I'm not playing.
Amelia, congratulations on being Golfer of the Month.
Thank you.
And your tournament win. So take us through the tournament and when you were like, dang, I'm really having a good one.
So the first day, the 36-hole day, it started off slow. I only shot 1 under in the first round, which I've played that golf course before, and I know that you can go so low at that golf course. And it was a perfect day. There was no wind, and I was like, I got to get a move on. So I played well my second round. I think I shot 4 under or something like that. And it was just like a really smooth sailing day. Like I was hitting the greens, I was hitting the fairways. It was great. I felt very like comfortable, and it was fun. And my family came to watch, and that was so much fun. When my mom gets to come, she just walks alongside and like smiles at me and claps when I do something good. So that was fun. And then the last day, the last 18 holes, I also kind of got off to a slow start in the beginning. Like the first 9 holes, I was still like even or 1 over or something like that. But I hadn't really like checked the leaderboard or anything. Like I don't like to do that because it really freaks me out. I'm like, oh, like it makes me nervous. So I never check. I never ask for a coach to tell me or anything like that. And then all of a sudden, like halfway through the round, all my putts just started dropping. Like I hit 3 over 25 footers on the side of hills, and they just went in. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then I ended up shooting 29 on one of the nines.
The back nine, which, by the way, is insane.
The back nine.
Absolutely insane.
And I was like, wow, this is so fun. Like, I've never done this before.
Having a great time.
This is great. And then I played my last 3 holes because it was a shotgun, so I started somewhere in the middle of the course. And I played my last 3 holes, and I could notice my coaches, like, start to be places they weren't supposed to be, like, show up on holes they weren't really supposed to be on. And I was like, I wonder if that means that I'm, like, somewhere in the mix. But they never actually came up to me and, like, stayed with me, which one thing that Coach Mary said was I never stay with a player for more than a couple holes unless they're going to win. So I was like, oh, well, if I was going to win, she would be with me. Come to find out at the end, Coach Gary, he was like, I told her not to stay around because if she stuck around, you would know that you were going to win and then you were going to get freaked out. And I was like, oh, that was a great choice.
Great coach.
So, yeah, I just finished my last hole, and Coach Gary came up to me and gave me a hug. And he was like, you did it. I was like, what? And he's like, you won. I was like, no way. Yeah, so I was really excited. It was fun.
Meanwhile, I'm in the middle of my round. I am not playing well, and I am way more worried about checking the leaderboard
to
make sure that
wait,
she
so
hit
you
par.
check the leaderboard?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay.
I typically don't if I know that I'm, like, somewhere in contention, but I was, like, down the board, and I was like, well, it's not about me anymore. And so I'm playing, and every time I get back to my cart, I'm refreshing it on my phone. I'm like, okay, good, another par. And then I have to go hit my tee shot, and I'm like, shoot, I'm still trying to play golf here.
I come to my last hole, and I'm teeing off on my last hole, and I look up on this mountain, and I can see Katelyn standing at the very top of a different hole green, like, looking down
Watching?
at me. And I was like,
Because I knew it was her last hole, and I was like, she just needs to hit the fairway. If she can hit the fairway, she can make par, and she's going to win. I believe in her.
Oh. No, because that's hard. You guys don't get to really watch each other or really support each other throughout it. What do you feel like are the challenges of that, being an individual team sport?
I think because it's always been an individual sport, it's almost more weird to be on a team.
Really?
Yeah.
But we like to wave at each other. We're always paired back to back to back to back. And so, how would you describe it?
describe what?
The whole waving thing.
Oh.
So, like, when you finish out a hole, you, like, look back at your teammate and you, like, wave at them in the fairway. And, like, if you're in the fairway, you're shooting your yardage and you're like, oh, hi. Or you see them across holes and you wave at them there. And
Just, like, check back in.
Yeah, anytime you see each other, it's just a little, oh, hey, I know you.
Yeah.
Do you guys talk to your group? Because I know some golfers don't like to talk to their group, and some do. Do you guys like to talk to your group?
Perhaps we're yappers.
Maybe I talk too much.
Yeah, I'm the one who they're like, I gotta get away from her. I love to talk to my group. It's fun. Unless sometimes I'm like tired, so I don't.
Yeah.
Like I'm falling asleep. But if I'm awake, I'm talking.
You're talking?
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun dynamic, just in general, like overall the team. How is it? Like the whole team dynamic together.
I feel like we're a lot of fun.
We're absolutely a lot of fun.
We're like, stop being humble. We are so fun.
We're so fun. We're such a small team with there only being 6 of us, so it's super easy to kind of know everybody on a personal level. Mm-hmm. One of my best friends plays D3 soccer, and she told me at one point, she's like, I couldn't even tell you if my whole team showed up to workouts this morning. Unless I share a squat rack with them, I don't know if they're there or not. And meanwhile, somebody's missing from ours, or, you know, somebody's a little tired, and all of a sudden it's 5 people asking them, are you okay? Like, do you need anything? And so it's overwhelming sometimes with, you know, you kind of never get a break, but that's
how we like it.
That's how we like it.
Okay, I'm going to ask one fun question. I'll let Sophia take over after that. But what is your go-to karaoke song? You had to pick one.
So we played in we played in the USGA 4-ball last year as teammates. And we get to like the social dinner that they do before we start playing. And it was a big like karaoke night, and we're standing there the whole time. All these groups are going, and all these girls are having so much fun doing karaoke, and we're like, we cannot pick a song. Like we have.
I forgot
no
every
idea.
single song I've ever listened to.
So this has been like an ongoing question, and we can't find an answer to it.
Well, and then every time we're like in the car and we're like listening to something and we're just
Maybe this would be a
singing
good
our lungs
song.
out, and we're like, this is it. This is our karaoke song, and
Can never remember it.
It's probably something Tate McRae at this point.
Probably.
We went to go
Love
see
her.
her
Oh, you
last month.
did?
Yeah, she was so good.
Phenomenal.
I feel like she is just this generation's Britney Spears.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a great performer.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you guys do a duet or individual?
Oh, it would be a duet.
Yeah,
I'm not
duet
doing that
for
alone.
sure.
Myself.
Okay.
I'm not doing that alone.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do some this or that's. So it's gonna be two
Oh, boy.
options, and then do you want to do it at the same time or the answer at the
Yeah,
same
you want to see how many you guys get
in common?
together as like friends? See if you're on the same wavelength?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Ready?
Yeah.
Always play on a windy day or always play in light rain.
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 Sunrise round or sunset round?
Sunrise. Ooh.
Ooh.
I can't see in the sunset. It blinds me and I'm like, I can't see.
Sunrise. So bright.
Honestly, both are bad.
Right.
Give me like a 9 a.m. start.
Yes.
Okay, playing at home or traveling for tournaments?
Travel.
Walk the course or ride in a cart?
Right.
Cart.
Never miss a putt again or always hit the longest drive?
Never miss a putt.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Okay, I have a question. What's your favorite snack? Because whenever I go golfing, I have my like bag full of snacks and like sodas and everything, but I need to know what your guys' are.
It's gotta be an oatmeal cookie Z-bar.
Probably. They're so good and convenient, and you just throw like 5 of them in the bag, and they're all gone. I eat them all.
Okay, ladies. Well, thanks for joining us today. And thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time on the pod.